I'm very excited. I think, the past month, it's been a little over a month since minicamp and having all the guys together. Um, just, that excitement's building up. I think everybody can feel the energy. It's almost football season, much as everybody can feel that fall coming right around the corner. But I'm excited because of our locker room. People talk about talent and players and names, but it's a really good group of guys, and that's what has me the most excited. The thing I always try and harp on is last year doesn't matter, good or bad. You have to start fresh. It doesn't matter if your team was in the Super Bowl or you didn't win a game. You have to start fresh, and you have to build the foundation to focus on the next season. Anytime you have the same system going again, and year after year, especially with the same group we have on offense, terminology-wise, we can speak the same terms and not have to learn a whole new system. So we can relate it to things that we did last year, but also we have to work on our weaknesses and continue to do that. The things that we weren't good at, we'll try and improve very early in camp. I think same system gives me more confidence. Same guys around me also gives more confidence, just because we can, I know how to push those guys now. But yeah, definitely going into mini camp, I think all the coaches and the players saw it that, I was way more comfortable in the system again, but just hitting the ground running. I think, not to say that we're going to start off right where we left it, but that's always the goal, is to continue to improve and build on what we have. But we have to start fresh, and that's the most important part. Nothing's gonna be given to us. We have to earn it. For us, it's more consistent. I think obviously early in the year we have to be a lot better, but I think more consistent. When we get a lead, keep the aggressiveness, stay ahead, don't let teams back in the game. But I think it's a little bit of everything for us. I think controlling the ball for me, and just controlling the tempo as an offense as a whole. Last year was new for everybody, so it was a lot of learning the protocols and whatnot. So yeah, it definitely poses a competitive advantage for higher vaccine rates on your team, just because the close contact rates and what happens if somebody does unfortunately get COVID, what can happen to the rest of the building. But yeah, it's a competitive advantage, but it's also way more than that. It's about safety and just general health and well-being of human life. So that's where I'd leave it at that. First thing I'd say is we have a lot of great players, and this is not taking anything away from them, because I love these guys. But it doesn't matter who we have. If we don't have chemistry and if we don't do our job, none of it matters. But for me, it's about just going through my reads and distributing the ball, knowing that I do have those playmakers and let them do the work. I don't have to do too much at all, and let them handle that. Like I said, terminology-wise, being able to relate certain schemes, and if we want to add anything late in the week or say, hey, let's put this little wrinkle on this concept, I think just that experience and knowledge of the system can help us a lot. But like I said, we have to start fresh. We have to keep that foundation and build on those blocks that we've already laid down. Nothing's going to be given. We have to go out and work for it. It's not just going to happen just because we're same players, same system. We have to go out there and do our job. I'd say after the bye week, I've mentioned that a couple of times, when we were able to actually sit down and talk about the schemes and what we were good at and what we weren't. And I was able to have, just non-stressful conversations with AVP and Kevin, because we weren't prepping for a game, of sitting down and just going through the tape. I think that bye week of being able to just sit back in the rearview mirror and actually look at it, I think was a turning point for us. About a month ago, I would have said that he looks very, very good, and I know after speaking with him that he feels even better. So I'll let you guys see that for yourselves. Great locker room guys, good players, but great locker room guys, great leaders, and you can tell that we were very young as a team as a whole, and to bring some of those veterans in on defense, just the leadership-wise, that they help bring along to help with guys like Denzel and Miles and some of our younger players. But they're leaders, and that's the most important part. Is you have to have a team-first mentality always, and those guys that we brought in are doing just that. Not taking anything for granted when it comes to chemistry. I think communication and over-communicating, just because we're in the same system and we speak in the same terms, but you have to over-communicate. I think that's the most important part, is leaving nothing left unsaid, and to me, that's where we're at right now. I genuinely do mean that I'm about winning, and I think everything will play itself out. I'm not worried about it at all, because if we win, we're headed in the right direction.